Hello, welcome back to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. So today's going to be a slightly shorter video than kind of normal. Uh, I've I've been up for about 22 hours and I'm really tired. And I need to get this video out before making another one before I have to go to work tomorrow on a night shift. So first thing I want to talk about as well is kind of this post from Murad. I think it's quite interesting. So it said the percentage of $1,000 holders is even more important than the total number of holders. It shows that real people with real skin in the game. And I guess you can kind of suggest that that's correct. If you've got $10, $20 in a meme token, then it's probably not going to change your life if it goes to zero. When you got 1,000 in there, it goes to zero. It's the skin in the game. The risk is higher, right? And it does like make you think. So I think this was interesting because it says pay attention to coins where the number is high and growing fast. So these coins will be parabolic this year as they reach critical mass. So if you look at this as a chart, you can see like a lot of people's favorite memes in there. But if you look at that one, so this one is the percentage of holders wallets holding more than $1,000 worth of the coin, and the number of wallets holding more than $1,000 worth of this coin, 1K plus. So these two figures. So for me, SPX6900 ticks that box, right? And we've spoken about it before on the channel. But also Pepe. Pepe ticks the box. I think Dog with Hat definitely fits that box, as well as probably Fartcoin and Giga, like Giga Chad. So these are memes that maybe as they're at their their lows, not necessarily lows, but their crypto's doing nothing at the minute. It's a shitty space to actually be in right now. And I'm sure a lot of you are sick of it. Sick of looking at your portfolios, sick of seeing a red day after red day after red day, a little bit of a pump and then another red day, red day, red day. And it's unusual, but we're in that kind of sphere. But if you're looking at memes, and I know someone said swerve the memes, lad, and I know it's a very scouse sentence. We beat Man City today, by the way. So that's fantastic. I had to work through it, though, unfortunately. Crypto Coffee has said this. So February is typically a very bullish month for crypto. This year it's been one of those few rare red Februaries. I think there's only been like 2 previous red Februaries. Despite the dips, it's been a fantastic time to accumulate and top up your bags. I'd agree with that, but you have to have dry powder in order to do that. If you haven't got that, where are you getting it from? How many times can you buy the dip? I understand the frustration behind that, but it'll change. It'll change, right? You don't lose necessarily till you've sold it or you've been rugged, which is obviously another issue altogether. March will make up for a lackluster February. Well, maybe it will. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. But the thing is that he's just offering an opinion, or she's just offering an opinion. And I'm of the opinion that maybe March, it won't be as bullish as people are thinking. Maybe they'll drag this out a bit because we've got the Kanye coin to come yet. And he's talking about maybe doing his own blockchain. Like maybe it's time for me to do my own blockchain. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's better to leave it to people who know what they're doing. Maybe. So this is a little bit interesting as well. A bit of Supra news. Not too much on Supra today, but check this out. So deploying smart contracts on Solidity coming soon to Supra, which is great. That's what you want, right? So if you go onto this page, you can have a look at it yourself. It's a 4 point. I think it's around about I'll say 5-minute video. The Supra EVM expansion arc is almost here. How close are we? See for yourself with our based Devrel. Can't wait to bring all the full vertical integration benefits and performance of Supra to the EVM. So if you're interested in Supra and you support it and you hold tokens, then definitely come have a look at this. This as well. We're going to talk about Kaspa as well. There's been a slight kind of argument. Not maybe argument might be too strong of a word, but there's been a bit of a discussion, and it's prompted Jonathan Sopolinski to actually respond. So Supra Mummy has said things are looking great on pumpit.pro. We spoke about that before. I have a problem with their website. I don't know whether there's something slightly wrong with that. Again, it could be my tech, but I don't think it is because other people are having the same problem. So Supra Mummy, who launched her coin yesterday, or probably maybe 20 odd hours ago, we've now reached 5% bonding curve and many amazing buys. Thank you to you all. For just one Supra, you can be part of this meme. Again, I'm not telling you to buy it. There's no financial advice on the channel. I'm not telling you to buy it. But it's done all right. done all right so far, so I'm delighted for it. That's good news. That's good news that things are doing well. Because don't forget as well, there's no big whales in Supra memes yet. It's very, very new. You're probably pioneering it, to be fair, and it might be something worth doing. Because if you do it on Solana, it's already awash with memes, right? And again, there'll be loads that pump. Same with ETH, same with BNB chain or Binance chain, all that kind of stuff. It's going to happen again, but with Supra, you're relatively new. It's an unrugged area yet. Maybe you can come and be the first rug on Supra, right? Don't do that. I wouldn't advise you to do that. I think it's a bit of a shitty thing to do. So this was interesting. So this is from at one for me, haha. So he said I was thinking of writing about this incident, but a bit surprising to me that Kaspa initiated the discussion first. Above all, I respect the Bybit owner, whatever. Although I'm still annoyed for him for telling me that we are not doing a Chinese market on WeChat and then open up Chinese mainlander KYC in less than a week. I'm not sure why he's annoyed about that, to be fair, because China's got about 2 billion people. That's a lot of people that could come into crypto. A lot of people that can essentially pump your bags. I think it might be wise to try and get as many countries and demographics in crypto as you possibly can. It stands to reason, right? The more people in there, the bigger the price. So anyway, still, Bybit experienced a huge loss. That was $1.4 billion and no withdrawal was rejected. Many didn't realize why other exchanges offered help. It's because if Bybit were to go bankrupt and become the second FTX, which I don't think they would, they're not as big, in my opinion, the whole industry will face run-on and Kaspa won't survive. I won't use the phrase save ass on them, or ass. I think Ben's actions saved us all from an unfortunate incident. I probably agree with that. I want to say something that has been bothering me for a while, although I know some Kaspa fam won't like this, but I do think I don't know where we learned this cynicism from. We showed no respect to rules and players in the crypto land, although many of them achieved remarkable success in the past decade. We were too proud to appreciate value of others, and we regard that failure as a virtue. We think exchanges shall all line up well and welcome Kaspa, though we won't be paying any listing fees and there is no DeFi, yet for people to receive interest or return on any form by holding Kaspa, we claim to be real decentralization P2P cash payment network, and we don't yet have a stablecoin. So Kaspa is working on these issues to make Kaspa thrive as a cryptocurrency, and we admit there are many challenges ahead. However, it is important to note that there is much need to be done before Kaspa is the real number one chain in the world. That's if it ever becomes that. I'm super bullish on Kaspa. I think it'll do really well. I don't necessarily think that it has to start paying exchanges. I think they will come to Kaspa. I think Binance and KuCoin are almost imminent. I don't think it's going to be that long, but I don't really see why Kaspa need to pay for that. I think they can, if they want to buy it in the open market. I agree with the Kaspa community regarding that. But I also know that there are benefits to paying to get onto an exchange, but often it's a pump and then it drops anyway. So rolling back, ETH is not a joke. I don't think Vitalik Buterin is a clown. I don't think anyone thought he was, although he does have an eccentric dress code, right? I doubt if even hashtag won't call him that way. If someone has any knowledge of the history of crypto world, they will recall ETC network, the exact product of a hard fork on ETH. Why? Because about 3.6 million ETH were stolen, and that the famous EIP 779 backed by Vitalik was essentially a rolling back. This is the joke. In your eyes, and clowns still make ETH almost $5,000 each 5 years later. Now Vitalik is facing the same dilemma. One may also don't understand why rollup. I think this is maybe not completely written from a native English speaker, so it's a little bit. It doesn't sort of flow as well. Why rollup is serious this time? Because the hack is allegedly done by DPRK, which is North Korean hackers. Failure of retrieving these assets may have profound impacts for ETH no one can foresee, such as sanctioning by OFA. It's not for saving Bybit's ass. A more concerning question for me is why Vitalik Buterin is always the one making the call. Shouldn't it be the community or the DAO, something decentralized? What would happen if one day Kaspa is the real number one blockchain and we all experience a similar hack? It triggers me to think of who represents a community, in inverted commas. Again, if we measure by amount of cash held, it seems we are in the POS trap again. Then what do? Are we still comfortable with Discord, voting systems, X followers and views? How condescending we feel like if we're about to decide the fund of a $1.4 billion worth of asset, a future, of $1.4 billion worth of asset. So Jonathan Sopolinski actually responded to this and said, I'll address this topic soon at length. There's no reason to believe that he wouldn't. But for now, questions of the sort of who represents the community should be answered thus. So Bitcoin and Kaspa have no official representatives, no official website, no official X account, an internet speed version of Bitcoin with shared value. So that's kind of interesting. So he's like, there isn't necessarily a team. It's more a collective, a group of people who are working together on a common goal, but not necessarily a team, a paid team. So yeah, the ultimate reward for them doing their job well, or what they're trying to do well, would be a massive spike in price and a payment, basically coming from the investment that they've got in the project. I think Kaspa's going to do really, really well. I'm a big Kaspa fan, as well as I'm a Supra fan. I think these are going to be like cryptos that could present you with generational wealth. I like SPX6900, but I don't hold any. But the Kaspa price, not necessarily the price, but Bybit is there. The volume for the Bybit exchange is there. There's more volume on Gate.io and there's more volume on MEXC. So I'm not overly concerned. Why are you so concerned about Bybit and Kaspa? Personally, I don't understand that side of things. Omikami. I know a lot of you love Omikami and a lot of you don't. A lot of you are skeptical. I'm also a skeptic on Omikami. I do enjoy talking about it to a certain extent because it is interesting and there are elements to say that what if, right? But I was messaged privately and I've been asked a few times why they've done this post and aimed it towards Elon Musk and is it significant? For me, no, it's not. Anyone, I could now actively tweet at Elon Musk. It doesn't mean he's affiliated to me, doesn't mean he knows who I am, and it certainly doesn't mean he gives a shit. So I'm not buying into the fact that this is now a link to Elon Musk. There's some people are claiming it to be. I'm not saying all the Omikami people are saying that, but I'm just saying for me, it's not the link that people are jumping to. So it just basically says, hey, Elon Musk, the prophecy says that you hold a hidden stash of Omikami, prove me wrong. Now, this is clever because it works on two ways. If he responds with no, there'll be a whole shit ton of people going, oh, he must do. He's playing it cool. He's doing what Ryoshi's doing. And the price will probably pump. If he says nothing, people will go, oh, well, is he maybe involved in this? And if he says yes, and he is, the price pumps. It's a no-lose situation for Omikami to post that. So I'd take it with a pinch of salt, personally. If you're a Sui fan, this is from Sui Intern. It's an unofficial account. But breaking news. So the Sui co-founder just teased the most bullish thing in 5 years on this interview. So Evan Webb3 reveals that huge companies will be revealing how they're building on Sui, and it's going to shake the entire Web3 ecosystem by storm. I think it probably means it's going to take the entire Web3 ecosystem by storm, but it's fine. He says, and I quote, there's going to be something that shakes everybody that nobody sees coming very soon. There's several of them building blockchains, enabling products using Sui, and people's minds are going to get blown. Have you bought the dip? I don't hold Sui, but I know a lot of you probably do. There's obviously comparisons with Supra, Solana, kind of in that same sphere. But if you hold Sui, this could be interesting. Go watch the video, have a look, see what you think. I think Sui's going to do really well. I've got no problems with it. It's just something I don't hold. But if you are a Sui holder, then brilliant. So yeah, if we look at the comments, so this one was good. Like I said before, it says swerve the memes, and I get that. But memes are a big part of the space. So I try and cover as many things as possible, but also we have dedicated videos to certain projects and stuff like that, because there's certain projects that I feel we need to talk about in a bit more detail. Others we can get through in a few news segments, but so I can't completely swerve the memes, but I do agree it is a casino and it is a gamble, and you go into that roulette wheel, and you're basically paying your money, you're taking a chance. It is difficult. We don't know which meme's going to do well. So did you mind Pi? Now, a lot of people have been talking about Pi, the Pi network and things like that. No, I didn't. I was never really interested in Pi. I like pies. I just don't like the crypto. It's just I've never really been interested in it. But yeah, he said it was a great launch price. He's been mining for 4 years, and it's a great project holding well. I know a lot of people are taking their Pi profits and reinvesting them in other areas in crypto, which is great. But also, a lot of people are making money shorting it, then longing it, then shorting it. And again, that is also a massive gamble. So I'm not getting involved in that in the slightest. But it is interesting. Let me know, by the way, in the comments. Were you involved in Pi? Did you have it on your phone? Did you mine it? I didn't, but it looks like I might have missed a bit of a trick there, because it seems like they are paying out quite a few quid to a lot of people. So maybe I should have looked into it more at the time. But not that I don't like it, I'm just not interested in it, or wasn't anyway. A little bit more piqued in the interest now, but it's obviously too late. So yeah, I'm absolutely exhausted. My throat's sore, but I hope that you took something from this video. It's probably not my best video I've ever done, and I appreciate that. So if you have stuck to the end, thank you very much. Subscriber-wise, they're growing all the time, so I really can't thank you enough for that. We're getting close to 5,500 subscribers now, and obviously pushing towards the ultimate goal of 10,000 subscribers. I'm really tired, to the point where I can't really see very well. I look like the guy from Third Rock from the Sun. So yeah, see, I'm absolutely exhausted. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, have an amazing day, have an amazing evening, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care. Goodbye.